from President Obama for Hispanic voters. In a sit-down with Telemundo anchor Jose Diaz-Balart, the president said he still believes immigration reform is possible, that it's among his highest priorities. But were the details there? Jose joins me now from Washington. Good morning. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Chris. Thanks.
You know, we all gathered in the newsroom this morning and we watched your interview and we were struck by the same thing. So let me start with a clip of the president discussing his efforts on immigration reform.
We are going to slowly build a movement all across the country to support comprehensive immigration reform. We're in close consultation with our political allies on Capitol Hill to discuss how to best move a process forward.
You know, was there anything new to win over support ahead of 2012? You and I spoke just yesterday about sort of the disillusionment among many Latino voters.
I think, look, for the most part, support President Obama. They certainly did by 67% of the vote in 2008. And they really want him to stop just talking about it and meeting about it and having future conferences about it and present some form of outline or of proposal that Congress can chew on. But I got to tell you, I mean, a lot of the Latinos just want him to act. Just that would probably win him a lot of the support that he got in 2008.
Well, obviously, one of the key issues is border enforcement. Let me play you a clip on what he had to say about that.
We've said, how can we prioritize limited resources in a way that goes after folks who all of us agree shouldn't be here?
Yeah, it sounds like the president's trying to walk this very fine line, Jose. Clearly, with things like that, saying, look, we're going to go after the criminals who are coming across the border, trying to reach out to conservative independents who want that secure border. But on the other hand, trying to say we are going for comprehensive immigration reform. Yeah. Can he sell that? Can he walk that tightrope?
Well, it's a very difficult balancing act, and he knows it. He says that he's going to put whatever political capital he needs to put on the issue of immigration reform. The speech that he gave this week in El Paso, Texas, was precisely geared towards telling folks, listen, the border issue is on its way to be fixed. Meanwhile, we should be going along and talking about the next step, which is comprehensive immigration reform. If it's going to be possible, that remains to be seen.
Well, stay right where you are, Jose. I also want to bring in Alicia Menendez, whose work with the New Democrat Network focuses on the effect of Latino youth on the electorate. Good to see you, Alicia. Let me ask you about something else the president said in that interview, that college students, DREAM Act candidates, are still justifiably worried. He admitted that. But is it harder to rally young voters to the polls in 2012 given the status of the DREAM Act?
I do think the DREAM Act, you see, it's important for young Latinos. It's also important for young voters across the board. This is an issue we've seen a lot of organizing around. I do believe that the president has an opportunity here. He has said he will not use executive authority to grant deferred action to the Dreamers, but he's been clear in his language that there's a moral imperative to stop the deportation of Dreamers, and I think there are other avenues the president can pursue that would alleviate some of the pressure on
besides an executive order.
Besides an executive order, there can be DHS reprioritizing the Dreamers. There can be new provisions for mixed status families. There are a number of moves that his administration can make that will send a signal to Latino voters, to young voters, that they are front of mind.
I should also say, Jose, that you have more with the president coming up tonight on Noticiero. You want to give us a preview?
I do indeed. I asked him if these 2 years in office has changed his perception on the need for rendition and waterboarding. And he said, how about if we stay tuned to Noticiero Telemundo tonight at 6:30?
You want to give us a clue about the waterboarding answer? I'd love to hear that.
He says that he absolutely has not changed his mind. He feels that it is morally unacceptable to use these kind of techniques and that he will not be using them in the future.
Very interesting stuff.
And quick, Chris, can I say one last thing?
Sure.
Alicia Menendez is one of the young voices of our community, deeply respected, and what she says is fundamental that we all understand. Our community wants a lot from the president, demands a lot from this president, and Alicia Menendez is the kind of people that we look forward to in our community as our voice.
Well,
that's a lot of Cuban love right there.
And I love, as a nice Hungarian American girl, love both of you and having you on the show. Thank you both. Jose Diaz-Balart, Alicia Menendez, thanks to you.